help this person. Hi, Joe. Joe says, Hi, Candy. How do I balance trauma dumping and authenticity? I'm reconnecting with a friend, and the trauma is my reason I isolated and I've healed, but it's the most honest way to catch up. This is a really great question. It was a long enough ago that I don't feel the need to tell new friends, but I'm not secretive if asked. But it's a bummer convo. Okay. Okay, this is a great question. I think the problem is the solution. And what I mean by that is this. So, say you are connecting with a friend and and you want to talk about what happened, but you don't want to trauma dump and you want to be authentic and actually share what has happened and what has been going on. First, I want to say, I'm so sorry. Whatever your trauma was, you didn't deserve it. And I'm really, really sorry. And I'm really happy that you are healed and on your healing journey. And that's very brave. And I applaud that. Okay. I would do this. Have the conversation with the friend and just say exactly that. Like, hey, you know what? It's really great to reconnect. I want to really be vulnerable with you and I want to be honest and authentic with you about what happened. But I also want to be respectful of the energy we have together and I don't want to trauma dump on you. So let me know, you know, if anything that I share is too heavy, if anything that I share is, triggering for you, or if anything that I share just gets to be too much, because I want this to be a safe space for the both of us to reconnect. So just communicate with me, what feels right for you. So that's what I would do. I would be just very transparent and authentic. I'm really happy we're reconnecting. I want to be honest and open with you about what happened, but I also want to respect the space that we have between us. So I'll share with you, but just know that I want you to communicate with me if anything gets to be too much. And then I would also and then prior to the conversation, I would either do some journaling or some meditation around why the intentionality of sharing. Is it that when you're sharing about your trauma, is it a way to relive it? Is it a way to um I don't know. Like, is it a way to kind of use it in a certain way? Like, just make sure that, and it seems like your intentions are in the right place. You're like, I just want to be transparent and authentic. I don't need to share it with new people. That's fine. So you seem to be in a really good place. But I would just get really clear on the energy and the intentionality of sharing the trauma. Like, is it a way to connect with this person? Is it a way to get rid of your own shame? Is it a way to um, just have community and support and connection and know that the trauma did not define you and that, there's nothing to be ashamed of? So if it's for those reasons, then yeah, I would definitely share and just use that little template, make it your own. Just, hey, I'm happy we're reconnecting. I really want to be honest and open and transparent, but let me know if my story ever gets too heavy. Let me know, if this space becomes too dark or too big or whatever it is, and we can pull back a little bit. Because there's also something that I do with my friends and in certain family members that I talk to is, if I have something I want to talk to them about that's a little heavy, before I dive into what I need to say to them, I get buy-in first. I'm like, hey, I just had a really heavy day or something really heavy happened. Do you have the space to hold for me to talk to you about this? Because sometimes that person may have had a really heavy day, or they may be going through their own trauma, or they might not be in a mentally and emotionally or spiritual place to hold space in a healthy way for the day I've had or what's going on with me. So whenever I share anything that's heavy, I get buy-in first. Do you have the time? Are you in the space to hold space for me as I tell you this story or I tell you what's going on? So that's a good way to get buy-in, right? And then also sometimes um with that situation, it also in reverse, if someone comes to me with, a trauma or something they're going through, whatever it is, I also check in with them and I say, hey, do you just want me to listen? Do you just want me to hold space for you? Because I can do that. Or do you actually want feedback and advice and guidance? Because those are two different spaces to hold for someone. So you can also get clear on that too. Are you sharing because you just want someone to hold space? Are you sharing because you want someone to help you walk through that journey? So I think just getting really clear on the intention of your why. Why are you sharing? And how are you sharing it in a way that helps you on your healing process? And then just be super transparent. Just be super transparent with it and get the buy-in first. Are you in a place to hold space for what happened to me, the trauma, because I want to have a genuine vulnerable connection with you. And then from there, just listen to each other and hold space for each other. So I hope that really helped you, Joe.